Hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tyree Holland. Welcome to Facts Overviews. Today's guest is BDave. He's an entrepreneur, social media influencer, boxer, and more. Hello, BDave. How you doing?
What up, Tyree? I'm doing all right. Just packing up, getting ready to leave for my flight to London to go fuck up FaZe Jarvis. Other than that, it's chill.
Where has your journey started with BDave? Like as far as your name goes, from Brendan Davis to BDave. How did that start? The nickname.
The nickname at least started in high school. Kid on the hockey team named Nick Husak just randomly started calling me B Dave. My name's Brendan Davis. B Dave. He just randomly gave me the name. It just stuck forever. I even tried to get rid of it at one point in college, but it wouldn't go.
Uh, what did you mean? Like you didn't like the name, or like
No, I just thought Brendan Davis was better for like an adult, but then I ended up becoming a social media guy, and now B Dave works just fine.
how did you find out about Full Sail University?
Full Sail University. I don't know. Oh, my cousin James went to go look at it when he was scouting for schools, and he, I believe, is a year older than me or the same year. I'm not sure, but it was around the same time that I was going to start looking. My mom wanted me to start looking for schools, so he went there. My mom heard about it from his dad and thought it was like a cool idea for me to go over there. So we went and looked at it, and then we just did it.
A lot of people don't know that you graduated from Full Sail, but a simple question is, how did Full Sail influence your overall life?
I don't know. Being in college, is a good step before the real world because you get some sort of responsibility that you have to be able to manage as a young adult. And I feel like every phase in life is a testing phase to get to the next stage. And that's what college is. And that's what college was for me, being able to learn how to support myself working at the Sonic, the fast food place, uh, serving milkshakes and burgers and stuff to keep myself housed and fed and everything like that was obviously a part of the experience. And then, but outside of working and providing for yourself, you have to also go to school, which isn't paying the bills. So you have to keep doing that as well, which is kind of what I think life is about is working, doing what you have to do for work and also doing what you want to do to what you should do to keep going forward. I feel like that's what kids do in college where they're working and going to school at the same time. They're doing what they have to do and what they should be doing. But yeah, college was a shit show. I would recommend it for most people though. To be fair, InfoSales is a pretty good choice of where to go as long as you take it for what it is. I don't think I ever did a volunteering opportunity. I don't think I ever did a single thing in college, Tyree. I don't think like I did any clubs or nothing like that. Tyree did. You did.
I did a lot of them, but hey, you
Yeah.
can at least say you worked for the PGA, like you did the PGA golf tournament down there in Florida during the events during what back in January. I know you don't remember that, but look, I remember at least one we had to do for class. It was something you
Really?
couldn't duck out of. Yeah.
It was something I couldn't duck out of.
Yeah, because you were starting your genesis as far as like your social media grind, and what was that? Our teacher, George McNeely, he basically gave us an ultimatum because remember in class we were doing graphic design, like we had to start off basically creating a sports team off of scratch, or do
Yeah.
volunteer work at the PGA golf tournament down in Florida, like the
What did we
Association
do
for
over there?
Florida. We basically like took pictures, learned how to what was that? The marketing, the radio station, what was that? Even down to like taking people's media passes and stuff like that. It was a lot of stuff we did that day. Well,
I don't
actually, that
remember that shit
week.
at all.
I,
I'll be
I,
honest.
because what was that? If I wasn't mistaken, you were doing your blogging, and you literally like last minute he told us you got to make up. We had to make up 8 hours of class. Either do that or do the project that we kind of got like shelved. And I know you were on your grind, so you said, "Hey, I'll do the project." Because you were because you know like how you were back in the day. To
Yeah,
make us sound old. Look,
probably about
I,
how I would be now if I had to do schoolwork.
but hey, I respect it, man. You got your degree. Also, what was your favorite moment in Full Sail? Like moments, because I know we had a lot of them, but
I don't know. While we were in college, I spent a lot of time traveling, taking semesters online to be able to travel to LA and meet the people that I met to snowball into the situation that I'm in now and setting the groundwork in networking out in LA because I knew that's where I wanted to go after college and obviously where I ended up going after college. But when I think of college, I really think of like you and me just doing schoolwork, honestly.
also some moments we can't say in front of the camera because I'm not going to disrespect like our private moments where we're laughing about certain things, have certain memories. Like, what was a crucial lesson you learned from being in an influencer house?
Um, that a lot of young kids have egos and everybody's young, they're just out on their own for the first time and they've got all this fame and money and stuff like that, so you can only imagine that people are making good decisions and bad decisions, not super bad decisions. Nobody was like addicted to drugs or anything, but what I'm saying, when your decisions are when you're in that position, your decisions are more important than they are when you're making decisions and you're not in that situation, when you're just like a normal 18, 19, 20-year old who's doesn't have a lot of money and doesn't have big decisions to fuck up on. Yeah, it was cool. I enjoyed my time back then for sure.
So basically, it showed you how to like deal with everybody's egos.
Yeah,
Basically,
you can't
is
step
that
on
correct?
nobody's toes, and yeah, I guess so. Which is still a big thing today.
So would you say that situation working in the influencer house, doing certain deals, brand deals, and stuff like that, would you say it helped you navigate the LA lifestyle?
That probably taught me a bit about it back then.
So
For sure.
so
I don't
would
live
you?
in LA anymore. I'm down here in Long Beach. I train every day at the gym. I don't live the same lifestyle that I used to, but yeah, that was definitely a big stepping stone for me to be where I'm at now.
Uh, what was your favorite moment of creating trends within the TikTok landscape?
Um, so like a little backstory for them people watching that don't know. I did a lot of I middlemaned a lot of the brand deals for other influencers like TikTokers and stuff like that. Made a lot of the big songs, and like pushed millions of dollars worth of money through like TikTok campaigns and everything, and made everyone a lot of money and blew up a bunch of songs. My favorite part about that was I don't know. It was kind of average. It was kind of an average experience. It was fun. The best part about it was that I got to work with my friends and help. It was the best part and the worst part about it was working with my friends.
What you mean by that? Can you explain?
I'm comfortable around the people that I'm working with, but the worst part is that dealing with money. Obviously, there could be discrepancies at times, which there was with only on a couple situations. And yeah, money breaks friendships, makes or breaks friendships, right? So
uh, Following up on that, would you say you have different inner circles when it comes to you being from Florida and being in LA? Your core values change when you go to different scenery? Because I know like Florida, your home, LA is kind of work. Would you say
yeah,
it's a different type
perhaps
of
for a
B day?
little bit it did, but I'd say with the lifestyle that I live now, being boxing and all that, I'm pretty grounded. I'm pretty back to. I spend a lot of time by myself, so I spend a lot of time thinking about uh, things more than I used to when I lived a super fast paced lifestyle and was always busy doing things and always had a million people around me. There was never a moment to think about things, but now I spend a lot of time at home by myself. So I definitely spend more time now in my head, probably.
You know what? Speaking of you being inside your head, man. Side note, bro. Side note, you need to find that video game for you to get your degree from Full Sail. What
Right?
was
I'll just
like
I'll just
literally?
pay him for it. I don't know where it is.
You know what? We like after we chop it up here on camera, I will definitely help you out on that because it's kind of
Yeah, I just
ridiculous.
need to pay
You got
them
a
for
whole
it.
degree. You got a whole degree, but you can't see it because you got a video game. And you know what's crazy? That was the last day before you graduated. You decided to do that. What were you
No,
thinking, bro?
I had the video game for a while,
Oh, wait a minute. Like a month before, if I'm not mistaken, because sometimes
probably like
that
six
whole
months.
wow, because you know like Full Sail time is not regular people's time. It's constantly
Yeah,
like go go go.
yeah, very busy.
Speaking of branding and marketing, speaking of branding and marketing, when it comes to how far is a tattoo far, what comes to mind?
Um, how far is Tattoo Far was a show that I was on MTV quite a few years back, and yeah, questionable activities happened on that show, but it was fun. It was my first time on TV, reality TV, and I'd do it. I wouldn't undo it if I could.
Okay. Also, I want to talk to you about like the aftermath of Tattoo Far. Would you say this was the genesis to the Crab Daddy brand?
Yeah, I mean, without the crab, there would be no Crab Daddy. So on the show, I got this tattoo of a crab right here, you know, and ever since then, I've been the Crab Daddy, and that is what they call me.
As far as you navigating, your home life to your social media life, when was the defining moment when you realized your business side is just as important as your creative side?
Um, I've gone through phases of focusing more on creativity and then phases focusing more on business. Them both coming together is, I feel like I'm in either one mode or the other, not really both modes at the same time, which can be costly for my expenses. But because being creative, there's a lot of things to spend money on. But meshing them two together, like maybe making a clothing company, or maybe putting out exciting and different fight promos before my fights and doing cool things like I've been doing lately to promote my fights. Like I honestly think it's a lot of fun and it's promoting the business, which is fighting. So
Oh,
cool.
how did your opportunity with Misfits Boxing come about?
I'd briefly spoken with Mams a couple times last year, in the end of last year, like December or so. He said that he was interested on getting me on a card. We just had to find a time that made sense and a fight that made sense, of course. Um, and then in January, like January like 3rd or 4th, he called me and was like, "Oh, I got, this fight. It's in 10 days in London. I don't even have a passport. I've never left the country before to fight a mystery opponent, which ended up being Pineda. Do you want to come out and fight on the KSI card in London?" I was like, "Fuck yeah." I asked coach. He said, "Yeah, let's get it." It's a good opportunity for me to break into the scene, and then took full advantage of the opportunity to become as much of a fan favorite as I could and use their platform to gain myself. And ever since then, I was a hit. Had the tag team match in March. Had the knockout of the night there. There's the little knockout of the night poster. Um, then I fought the Survivor tag match. I think that was my worst fight to date. I definitely didn't. I didn't feel very confident or comfortable that night. And then I also had a broken hand. My left hand was broken. I never told anybody that, but I'd broken somewhere in this knuckle or something like that. And then, so I was like really one hand down out there. That's why you see me coming in with the right hook to the body a lot instead of like starting off with the jab because my left hand's broke. So I'm just coming in with the right hand. And then healed up for a couple months, trained really, really hard for the Survivor, for the damn tag team match on the Prime card before KSI, Tommy Fury, Logan Paul, Dylan Dennis. We had Dean the Great and Waleed Sharks too on that card. Saw Poppy versus Slim, a load of big fights. It was the biggest boxing event of the year. Sold the most pay-per-views out of any event in the year. I was the first fight on the main card, so there was 5 fights on the prelims, and then it was me, and then there was like Anthony and a couple other fights. and then KSI and Logan Paul and them, and they had a really good performance on that card. Dropped Alex Wasabi twice, who was supposed to maul through me. This guy was supposed to make light work out of me. NichLMAO was supposed to fuck me up. I fucked him up too. So now, yeah, I'm kind of in this new spot where everyone's like, "Damn, whoa, what the fuck's going on?" BDave just got a lot better, and then now I'm fighting the main event for the next Misfits in a week from today in London against FaZe Jarvis for the
Oh, oh,
155-pound title, which is quite light. Cutting this weight has been a bitch.
oh man. Lord help you, man, because I know you like your partying lifestyle. Then you
Yeah.
also you're in the gym a little bit. Because I text you when you like on your grind. I was like, yo, get some Pedialyte, dog, because I don't need you to pass out in the ring, dog.
No, no, never.
Where did your beef start with Deji?
With Deji, yeah, I don't know. Fucking, he's always been nice to me. We've always been pretty cool with each other. Not that we've had a load of encounters, but we've had a few, and it's always been positive. And then I saw a podcast of him talking to shit about me, calling me a waste man, this, that, and the third. You know, this chubby little bastard fucking talking shit about me after he was just being nice to me. Asked to touch my hair, which is kind of weird. In my post fight interview on the Prime card, and so yeah, I was just like calling him out on his bullshit. I'm like, yeah, you're fake. You're a fake ass clown. And him talking shit about me is wild because he was the worst influencer boxer for like his first 3 years of boxing, and I haven't even been boxing for 2 years. So he, pretty bold statement from Deji.
I noticed on Twitter yesterday, Nick LMAO tweeted about a lawsuit and pressing charges. So, is there more to it? What happened exactly?
Let me show you. Here's the thing. See, Nick. The thing about Nick is he's a little crybaby bitch. Okay. I went to his house and I took his fucking belt. I said, we won that tag team match, got robbed of the win. I'm gonna get the belt off of him and return it to my teammate Pineda in Mexico because he deserves this belt and not Nick's crybaby ass. And so yeah, I snuck into his house. I took the belt, and he can cry about it if he wants to. If he wants to press charges, he can do that. But I'm gonna beat him up. He's getting beat up. Regardless, end of the day, he's got to get beat up again, maybe a couple more times. Me and NichLMAO, the fight to
Uh,
make. Fuck NichLMAO. He's a big bum, crybaby pussy.
okay, B Dave. Speaking of Nick, how do you feel about him having a black belt and ducking fades? Because the rumor mill has it that it was supposed to be you and him on this fight card. Is that true?
Yeah, I wanted to fight him, but Nick's crybaby. He said he wouldn't fight me, so I got the opportunity to fight Jarvis, and I said, you know what, let's do it.
Oh yeah. Speaking of Jarvis, man, I noticed your recent upload on YouTube, and I noticed you end up crashing into him at Disneyland. Is that correct?
Yeah, man, I stalked him off of his Snapchat story, followed his ass to Disneyland, crashed his date with his girlfriend, you know, and it's only going to get worse from him from here.
Oh wow. Do you realize that's a huge gamble because Disney World or Disneyland is a huge place, man. You know that was a truly a gamble, correct?
Big place. I wasn't 100% sure I was going to find him. It did take me a few hours, but I did end up locating the weasel.
It's called because hey, kids, this is called consistency. Hey, it looks like the goal might not happen. Hey, you got to stay consistent. What was the defining moment in your life that led you to where you are today?
Losing to Pineda and taking the loss so well that me and him became friends and became a tag team, the first ever tag team winners in tag team boxing, creating a genre together with the boys at Misfits, obviously Mams Taylor and that, and being partners with the goat Luis Pineda.
To be honest with you, man, I know what was that? We was chopping up a couple weeks before because you were telling me you had a mystery opponent. I got love for you, man. I was like, yeah, B-Day's gonna win this. As soon as I heard the Undertaker music and the mariachi band, I was like, it's up.
It's
I was like, it's up. Let's go.
oh, he's about to have a fight on his hands.
Man, I'm like, I hope you didn't take it as disrespect because I know the fighting game is very rough.
Yeah, man, it's tough.
Also, when it comes to November and December 2019, how did that affect your mental health?
Oh, my dad died in the end of October. I dropped a handgun and shot myself in November 2019. Toughest time of my life. I lost my mind a bit. Went into a bit of a sad state, for a bit there. Got real fat. And then it was boxing that actually really brought me out of that. So I'm thankful for the sport. I'm humbled by the sport. And but yeah, that was a crazy time, especially finishing college around then, having to take care of my mom, step up, be a man, take care of shit that needed to get taken care of. It was a forever changing experience.
Would you say that was a moment where you realized you had to be a man and no longer a kid? Would you say that that period in time made you step into your manhood more?
Yeah, I'd say, and I know because I know your life, Tyree. You can attest to this as well. There becomes a time in life where you have to think for more than yourself, and usually as a kid, you only really think about yourself. But different story for you, obviously, because you've been taking care of your mom for a long time. But um, yeah, there became a time where I had to be more selfless than selfish, and that's hard to do as a kid. And but how you respond to those situations says a lot about you as a man.
Uh, what do you think is the formula to being legendary rather than temporary?
The formula is it being able to adjust to the curve of what people want to consume when it comes to entertainment industry. I don't know about everything, but I do know about this. And if you can adjust to the curve, keep creating things that people want to see, keep being the person that people want you to be, is that's how you don't stay temporary. Like a lot of people come up because they fit a time periods, um, like what people like to consume for a time period, but then they fall off because they keep making that same shit. But people don't want to see the same thing forever. You have to keep adjusting developing. People are very into character development. So, a lot of my fans, for instance, are into the fact that, I was this fat drunk guy doing stupid shit in Bryce Hall and Taylor Holder's vlogs and all that, and then elevated myself to now I'm the main event. People are coming in from all around the country, the world, not to come see me. And like now when it's my events, people are coming to watch me instead of me going to watch my friends. So yeah, it's
Oh yeah,
good.
a follow up on that. So basically, being in the vlogs, your genesis of social media. Would you say that that basically course corrected you like to the path that you're on to being the main guy? Like, would you say that humbled you, like let you know you can play your role either way? You'd be the main guy or the sidekick.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like being the sidekick was a role that I had to play, and although this isn't how I looked at it while it was happening, but in hindsight, I can see that like being the sidekick was a role I had to play to become a main character, and I enjoyed my whole process, even the parts that I look back at and are like, oh, what was I doing, or parts that I look back and go, oh, maybe I'm not too fond of that person no more. I still appreciate all the steps that were in like part of the process to getting to me to where I am now.
A lot of people don't realize, B Dave, the whole thing of being a sidekick or being behind the main man behind the scenes and nobody knowing is that everybody can't be Batman, everybody can't be Robin. Sometimes you got to be Alfred. Like you're the most important thing behind the scenes for everybody to look good in front of the camera. Would you
Yeah,
say that that's how you looked at your role?
it could definitely be a part of it. Um, it takes a team to make something great. It's hard to do. It's hard to run a whole business by one man. So even mine currently, I've got Joey and Jason and Justice, people that work with me to help make my dreams come to life. And in exchange, they fill that spot very well. And just like I was that person for somebody else at one point.
Um,
Make sure to tune into the zone on Friday, the 17th of November. I'm going to be smashing FaZe Jarvis. Fuck you, FaZe Jarvis. You're a piece of shit. Fuck you. Suck my cock. Fucking pussy. I fucked your mom. And fuck you, NichLMAO. You're a scumbag. You're a pussy. Call the cops if you want. I don't give a fuck. I'm about to leave the country tomorrow. Suck my fucking dick. And your videos are corny and cringy and they're stupid. And your mom's your dad. So boom.
Hey, that's BDave, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tyree Holland, and this was the first episode of Facts Over Views. There's more to come. More life, more blessings, and also shout out to our first sponsor, BGOP Apparel, which stands for Be Great on Purpose. Take care, y'all.
Gang shit.